How do you feel the season is going so far?
We're about where we should be at this point, and I think that as the season goes along, we're probably going to be a much better team than we are obviously right now in November. That's how most teams usually are. But I think by the we get to March, should be pretty solid with the youth. Right now, we're pretty young in a lot of spots, and so we have some experience there. We have a good blend of youth and experience, and I think as the season goes on, the experience was only going to help those younger players and solidify and gel us a little bit.
How have you been preparing in the off season?
Off season, most of our returners all stuck around this summer, lifted together, worked out together, strengthening agility, speed and agility, playing pickup games, doing individual workouts, all those type of things. So I think definitely prepared ourselves for that. I think the younger kids, like all across America, I think the incoming freshmen don't have a clue what college basketball or college sports in general is all about. So that's going to be they didn't come in as good a shape as they could have.
How has this season differed from previous seasons?
There's a good chemistry on the team. They really generally like each other, get along. I think it's one thing in sports, I think, and goes across all sports, is that you have to have good chemistry. Talent, yes, is very important. If you don't have talent, you're not going to win. But talent alone does not win games. You have to have great chemistry. And I think that one thing we do have with this team is some strong chemistry.
How have injuries affected the team this year?
It's killing us right now. We've had a ton of injuries. And that's just part of sports. I mean, you just got to deal with it, and how we deal with it as a coaching staff goes a long ways with them, how they should deal with it. I mean, my philosophy always has been is, it's an injury. There's nothing we can do, I can do about it, or that person can do about it. Do what you got to do, rehab it, do what you have to do, and the next man in or next woman comes in, and we shouldn't miss a beat. Now that's theoretically what you're hoping would happen, but sometimes you do miss a beat a little bit because you may lose a very valuable player to your team, and the person that's going to step in and take the position is not as good as that player that you lost. But still, my expectations would be that you don't miss a beat, and we keep working hard and keep doing things you to do, and I try to treat it no different than if it was an injury to the greatest player on the team or to the worst player on the team. Injury is an injury, and there's nothing we can do about it. They got to do what they got to do, get themselves back on the court, and we got to take care of business on the court.
Has any one person surprised you this season?
We got Maddie Murren from Wahoo, Nebraska. I think she's going to be a quality player. Summer Gordon here from North. Both those new freshmen are playing quality minutes for us. Shantae Williams. If you would say that probably one person that's probably surprised everybody the most up to this point, going where maybe she kind of started and projected and where she would have been to where she is now at this point. This is only November 15th. The 16th is Shantae Williams out of Lincoln, Nebraska. She is gone from a place where we thought she'd probably be the third backup, or maybe even the fourth backup, maybe playing JV and stuff, to where she's, really kind of our first point guard off the bench. Really worked herself into a great position, and then she's been a pleasant surprise.
Do you expect the rest of the season to go?
We have high aspirations. We always have them. Once you get to the national tournament and have the success that we've had at this program, and our expectations are high. Number one thing always is, for our program, for us, is it's not conference championships or that. We want a national championship, and we haven't done it, and we want that, and we expect to be in the national tournament. That's our expectations. We expect to be, if you can be in the national tournament, then that means you probably have a good chance of winning a conference championship. That kind of is a byproduct of one of the goals you want to get to. But we also play in the best conference in America for women's basketball. 10 out of the last 11 national champions are coming out of this conference. So, we know that if you can compete at a high level at this level, you're competing at a high level at the national level. So we have to take care of business. It starts tonight when we play Northwestern. That's what we want to do. We want to get in the conference season and roll. That's what's going to make it or break your season. Non-conference is one thing. That really doesn't get you anywhere as far as in the national scene. It's what you do in the conference.